Going on, everybody? It's Key Time coming back with another one to talk about college football week 12. Now, there was a lot of stuff that happened in college football this past weekend. The first thing I want to talk about is the Georgia Bulldogs. They went in Neyland Stadium, played against Tennessee, did what they had to do. Now, Tennessee, I already said that y'all was going to lose this game, so that ain't no surprise that y'all lost it. But Georgia, they came in there. Obviously, they started off a little bit slow. Well, basically, Tennessee only had the lead in the game for one play, and then after that, Georgia just straight bum rushed them. So Georgia, they showed me that they've had small minor bumps in the road, but if I had to bet on it, the odds favorite to win the college football championship, I would go for Georgia because Georgia, they always have made timely plays when they needed to make timely plays. So that's all I have for Georgia. The next game I want to talk about is Ohio State versus Minnesota. Now Ohio State, they on the same run as as Georgia, 11-0. So not too much to say about this game, but Ohio State, they just getting ready for next week's game versus Michigan, and I will save my prediction for that game in another video. The next game I want to talk about is the team that I just mentioned, Michigan. They skated by versus Maryland. Maryland gave them a run for their money late in the game, but Michigan, they were able to recover an onside kick and win the game. And this game that they won was history making for them. It was their 1,000th win as a university in football. So that is a great way to win the game on a offense. I mean, not an offense, but a onside kick recovery. That is good. Now, Michigan, they have a tough task versus Ohio State. This is why I say that their schedule don't start until late November when they play Ohio State. But I'll keep my prediction for the next video that I will make. The next game I want to talk about is North Alabama and Florida State. Florida State won this game big, but it came at a cost. Jordan Travis, I seen the play where he was trying to get the first down. He did get the first down, but his leg snapped. So, oh man, that was a hurting thing to see. But they still were resilient in getting this win. Now they are going to the ACC championship game and facing Louisville. So Florida State, they may have to start their backup quarterback, but it's going to be a good game no matter what between Louisville and Florida State. That's all I got for Florida State. The next game I want to talk about is Washington Huskies and the Oregon State Beavers. Now this was a close game throughout. I told everybody that this had the possibility of being a defensive struggle or a shootout. It was a little bit vanilla, but Washington in the end won this game like I told y'all they were going to do, because Michael Penix Jr., he is on another level. The offense for the Huskies is on another level. They won this game. They are still in college football playoff contention. And I think that they will. It's going to be hard, but I believe that they will get to the playoffs, get to the college football playoff. If they don't get to the college football playoff, they'll be in a New Year's Six bowl. That's what I see coming coming from the Washington Huskies. They will be either in the college football playoff or the New Year's Six bowl. Now with Oregon State, they are one of the surprise teams. They will just be playing for a bowl game. DJ Ongulele, he only had 164 yards and 2 interceptions. Basically, he had a bad game. So Oregon State, you just lost out on a chance at a potential college football playoff berth. And Washington, if you keep on winning, you may have a chance to sneak into the college football playoff. The next game I want to talk about is Oregon versus Arizona State. Oregon, this game was over at halftime. I looked at this game and it was 49-3 when I turned it off. I seen Bo Nix, he had over 400 yards passing and 6 touchdowns in the first half. Now, Oregon State, they are not a team that is on Oregon's level, but the next game coming up this week versus Oregon State, we will see who is we will see who is going to be the team that wins that game, because Oregon, their offense is top-notch, averaging 49 points a game, and they scored 49 points a game versus Arizona State. And Oregon State, they just lost to Washington, the previous team I was talking about. So we will see if they can win versus Oregon, but I'll leave that for my next video, which is my prediction video. So Oregon, sky's the limit for them. They also have a chance to sneak into the college football playoff. Now, will they? It remains to be seen. But if they don't get into the college football playoff, they'll get into a New Year's Six Bowl. The next team I want to talk about is the Alabama Crimson Tide. Now, Alabama, they won versus Chattanooga, but I'm not going to talk about that game because I just want to talk about Alabama. Alabama, from the team that I seen playing the South Florida Bulls up until now, is a completely different team. They will be playing in the SEC championship game versus the Georgia Bulldogs. That game will have playoff implications on the line, but I think that Alabama more than likely will keep the game close versus Georgia. It's not going to be a blowout like it was last year versus Georgia and LSU in the SEC championship game. This is going to be a straight nip and tuck game, but I will keep my prediction of who is going to win in that game on another video. And the last team I want to talk about is the Louisville Cardinals. Louisville Cardinals coming into the season, I had them as a third-tier team, basically just getting to a bowl game and possibly winning a bowl game, but they are fighting for a ACC championship against Florida State. Now, they will have a chance to win versus Florida State, but I see their offense is coming together. Their defense, they have to get better. The defense has to get better because on third down against Miami was more efficient on third down versus Louisville than they were FSU. Now, with Louisville, the defense for Louisville, their third down defense is more than likely. Look, wait a minute. Let me see to make sure. Their defense is middle of the pack. Their third down defense is middle of the pack, and their run defense is in the bottom half of college football. Now, if Louisville can work on that, they may have a good chance to not just keep close with Florida State, but to possibly win versus Florida State. And that's all I have for the Louisville Cardinals. And that is my reaction video for college football, week 12 of the college football season. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and remember, the key is always on time.